Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In this video, we'll understand how do we solve this beautiful question based on quadratic functions. We are given a quadratic equation with two parameters p and t. We are also given that g of minus 3 equals to g of plus 1, both are 4. We need to find the value of p and t and also the range of the function. I'd like you to pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. The question before you is the function g of x is equal to px squared plus t minus 1x minus p. P is not equal to 0, where p and t belongs to a set of real numbers. If g of minus 3 equals to g of 1 equals to 4, find the value of p and t. You may pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Well, in case you want to learn directly from me, feel free to send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Let me thank all the viewers and subscribers for watching my videos, posting excellent comments and suggestions. Now, let's look into the solution. We are given a quadratic function g of x, which is equal to px squared plus t minus 1 x minus p. So standard form. We are also given that g of minus 3 is equal to g of 1, right? Okay. So a couple of ways to go about straightforward is we can plug in minus 3 in the equation and 1 in the equation and get the value of 4. So let's do that, get two equations. So the value of 4 you should get when you plug in minus 3. So p and minus 3 squared plus t minus 1 and here we get minus 3 and minus p, right? We can simplify this. We get 9p and then we have minus p. Open this bracket, so we get minus 3t plus 3. Bringing all the terms to one side with unknowns, and then 4 minus 3 on the left, we get 8p minus 3t, right? 4 minus 3 indeed is 1, so 1 is 8p minus 3t. So we get one of our equations, right? Let us now substitute 1 in the equation. So we know that g of 1 is also equal to 4, and that gives you p plus t minus 1 minus p, right? So we get 4 equals to p minus p is 0, t minus 1, right? So that gives you the value of t as 4 plus 1, which is 5. Once we know what is t, we can substitute this value in our equation number 1 and get the value of p, right? So we'll substitute this value, which is 5 for t, right? Right there. And try to find the value of p, right? So 8p minus 3 times 5 is equal to 1. So 8p is equal to 1 plus 15 or 16. And that gives you the value of p as equal to 16 by 8, which is 2. So we have found both the values of p and t. So we know now that p is equal to 2, right? And t is equal to 5 for us. Perfect. So that is part A of this particular question. Now let's look into the other parts of this question, which is we need to find the range of this function also, right? So now we figure out that the value of p is equal to, what did we get? We get PS2 and TS5. So PS2 and T as equal to 5, correct? Substituting these values in the function g of x, we now can rewrite this as 2x squared plus 5 minus 1x minus 2, right? So we get the function g of x as equal to 2x squared plus 4x minus 2. So we can factor this, right? So getting 2 outside, we get x squared plus 4x divided by 2 is 2 minus 1, right? So, so that is what we get. And since we have minus 1 there, we may have to find the vertex using minus b by 2a, right? So to find the range, we have to find the vertex. We know that the parabola opens up, right? So we have a parabola that opens up. So to find the vertex, we can actually do completing the squares, or we can use the value of x as equals to minus b by 2a and get the answer. So that gives us b being 2 for us, right? So minus 2 by 2 gives us minus 2 by 2, gives you minus 1. So x value of minus 1 is going to give us the maximum, correct? So that's one way of doing it. The other way, of course, is completing the squares, right? So let's substitute minus 1 first and get the value. And we'll do completing the squares on a new page, okay? So when I substitute minus 1, I get 2 times minus 1 squared, which is 1 itself, plus 2 times minus 1 minus 1, correct? So that gives me 2 times 1 minus 2 minus 1, right? That is 2 times minus 2 or minus 4. So here the range is greater than equal to, range g of x is greater than equal to minus 4. So we could get the minimum value using the quadratic formula application to get the result. Now the other way to do is use completing the square. So let's move on to a fresh page, and then we are going to use this particular equation. We can use this one also and complete the squares, right? Any one of them you can use to complete the squares and get the minimum. So let's take up the question once again on a new page. So we have now g of x is equal to 2 times. So the equation was x squared plus 2x minus 1. So 2 times, let me put square brackets here. So we get x squared plus 2x. We'll add and subtract half of 2, which is 1 square, right? So we'll add and subtract minus 1. We already have minus 1 here, right? So that gives us 2 times. These three terms form a perfect square, which is x plus 1 whole square. And outside, we get minus 2, right? So that gives us, let me write down here, 2 times x plus 1 whole square minus 4. So clearly we do have a vertex at, so we get a vertex at x equals to minus 1. Let's write down. X equals to minus 1, and the value of g of x at minus 1 is minus 4, right? So g of minus 1 being minus 4, correct? So that is how the parabola is, where this particular point which we are looking for is at minus 1 minus 4, correct? And definitely the range of this particular function is g of x is greater than equal to minus 4. Makes sense. So see, this particular question, which is right there before you, has been solved completely, and for getting the minimum value, we adopted different methods. So I hope that really helps. Feel free to write a comment, share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, it'll be great. And in case you want to learn directly from me, send an email to the address given. Thanks for your time and all the best.